everyone. So I just want to talk about the new APC farm troll. So, in terms of the propaganda, in terms of weighing people down, there's this what they call a troll farm, right? Where they have, a lot of accounts, some of them either machine generated or even human being generated. They sit down and they're always on social media. So what they do is that they bog you down. You're talking about a particular issue or something, they come in their numbers, they shift the narrative one way or the other. So before Tinubu, of course, he's been on since the time of Jonathan, where they housed them. I think it was Jonathan's own that were housed in Gwarimpa or is it Utako? Then the APC farm troll was housed in Gwarimpa, the one in Abuja. So what they do is that they come in their numbers. So they're either attacking you or insulting you or doing one thing or the other. And so that sort of like bug you. And sometimes, of course, people who don't have that thick skin, you get a lot of things that are going on. So I'm just saying this for us all to watch out for. Because if you don't take time, you keep engaging, then you derail from the main focus that you're supposed to be on, whether it's holding the illegitimate president accountable, ensuring that what is being done and checking what is being done. But what they do is that they use all of those engagements to weigh you down. One of the things in the days before now, was the fact that they had some of these accounts, big accounts, and all of that will actually come at people and, attack them or do all sorts of. So in the last few days, I've been noticing that, okay, most of these accounts that are now being used are really small accounts. Some of them have just been opened. Some of them just have like maybe 20 followers, 100 followers. You hardly see 200 followers, 100 and something or something like that. Because I just take a method. When I see some messages that people they put out, I tell you, I'll just look at the profile, just go to the profile, look at it, and I just move on. And so I think for them that is cheaper. So these people, you can pay them more, so you have more people online rather than paying all of those big accounts. A bit of the big accounts are usually quite more expensive. They're supposed to be more expensive than these ones that are down. There was a propaganda that was used, and that was the one where they will just open accounts of people with different names, and then from certain tribes or region, and put the pictures and then begin to pass messages and narrative and say that, oh, it's this particular region that is passing, these messages. And they always seem to have similar names, and you see them, they are always the three major tribes. I remember one time I said to them, do you think Nigeria is only made of the three major tribes? That you open these accounts and you see that, and sometimes the messages are the same. It's like when they drop the message on their WhatsApp group, they fail to go back and sort of like redo it and rejig it or put it in their own English. So they are posting out the same messages to you. And so then before there were big accounts, like I said earlier, there were big accounts that were there and all of that. But right now it's usually these small accounts that will just come and insult, especially on Twitter. But one of the things that I've noticed increasing right now is that they're, for me particularly, I don't know for others, they're coming to my YouTube channel in the comments, a statement, saying all sorts of things, and some of them insulting, some of them saying one thing or the other. But for me, I can always say people have a thick skin, and sometimes when people say, oh, don't react to these people, I'm like, I don't. If you see the number of people that come at me, you'll be shocked. I only pick one or two. For me, just a teachable moment. One, if I'm bored. Two, if just for especially for people who are easily bullied, you understand, and they don't have a voice. I come out so that they would know, look, you can stand up to these people no matter what it is, that they want to say. Some of them, their engagement with sexual innuendo, some of them, the kind of words they will use on someone just to shock the person. I'm like, what are you going to say on this word that is going to shock me? Or the one that they are very fond of saying, oh, Aisha, you are so ugly. Oh, Aisha, you're... I'm 50 years old. Is it beauty that is on my head now, in my front now? What am I going to use the beauty for? I've been married for 26 years. And a very happy marriage. You understand? I have fun and everything. What am I looking for? So if I'm ugly, that's okay now. It's not your own. Next time you see me, put that goggles and look away and work out. But you see, so for there are some of us who have that thick skin. It really doesn't matter. But there are a lot of people who right now are afraid to even air their opinions because of all of these farm trolls that are going to come and meet them, insulting, engaging, and all of that. So these are also some of the things that people, should watch out, especially more, and especially more when there are issues on ground to be discussed, and then there are a source of distraction. It's actually deliberate. Put off a lot of things for them to be discussing, and then they forget to actually focus, because when you're fighting those trolls on your page or on your Twitter handle, Facebook, or is it X, is it Instagram, is it, what's the name of the other one, TikTok or YouTube, you're busy fighting them, then you're not able to handle the issue that's on ground. You're not able to focus on the issues that are on ground, and definitely that's what they want. The more people don't talk about the issues on ground, the more they're able to go, to go away with it. So please, just to say to every one of us, do watch out for those things. I'm not saying you shouldn't engage, but it's good to engage, but you must know what is it that you are engaging with. Who is it that engage? Is it really worth it? For me, like in those days when government officials will send their assistants or their whatever to come at me, or their troops to come at me, I don't have time. I don't even take on the people coming at it. I will take on the oga. That oga that I sent you, that you people are saying should not be, that's the one I will focus on. Oga or madam, that's the one I will focus on, and not necessarily, you understand, you that you're here coming at me. So some of them have learned to just move away. But I just recently noticed that most of those handles, they are bigger trolls. Maybe they become too expensive, and they feel that, oh, let them just put this smaller trolls. I may call, if I may call them smaller trolls, for them to be out there, just doing all sorts of things, just insulting people and all that. But for me personally, people always ask me, how do you cope? How do you cope with the online insults? How do you cope? Because there's no insult I've not received. There's none. There's no insult I've not received. There's no accusation I've not received. And I always say to them, insult and praises are the same. They are people's opinion about you. They are not your reality. I've been praised a lot of that. Sometimes when people are praising me, I'm looking at them like, who are you even talking about? Is it this me? I don't see anything that I'm doing. I just, that's what everybody will do. That's what you understand. There's no big deal in what I'm doing. But you see people, I walk down the street and I see people hug me, hold me, pray for me. A lot of people tell me that I'm part of their prayer point, whether Muslim or Christian. They all tell me this, I'm part of their prayer point. I meet security agents, they're thanking me. The other day, one DSS at an event, I'm not going to mention the name of this thing. He was standing with guarding and all of that. He found a way. He came to me, he tagged me, and he said to me, "Madam, I am ready to die for you." So if I don't get angry when people show me this kind of love, when people show me this thing, I went to hospital the other day. Guess what? The person that I met had been part of what do you call it, Doctors for Peter Obi. They did lots of campaigns. She showed me their campaign, this thing. Now, Peter Obi actually won in the state. I don't want to mention the state also. It's a private district. He won in that state. And it was so lovely, the way she took care of me and everything. So I've been blessed. I've heard so many people stop, literally. You see someone will be shaking. I've seen people who see me and they are crying. I'm like, what did I do? Me, I don't understand, because I'm just this crazy self. I'm just my crazy self with my big mouth that I've had all since I was a child, but you see people are in awe. You see people coming. You see the way people go. So, and why should I be angry because a few people, less than 0.1%, are insulting me? They are coming out to insult me. That really shouldn't be anything. So for me, this has always been my life. This is that insults and praises are the same. They are people's opinion about you. They are not your reality. You know yourself. You know your reality. And if I can stand alone with myself and my thoughts, and I'm happy with the person I'm with, that's all that matters. If I can look straight in the mirror and I look at myself in the mirror and I'm happy with what I say, I'm not ashamed of anything one way, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter what the world think or what the world doesn't think. And so for me, I call on everyone, when people talk, insult, abuse, you don't take it personal. It's not personal. Some of them don't even know you. Some of them are just saying what they want to say. And moreover, I grew up in the ghetto where we didn't have food to eat. We ate insults. So what insult are you going to tell me today that will matter to me? Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Bye.